Yo, what's going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video for you guys, and today is going to be another special tactics video. I think it's going to be one of the most underrated formations on the game, so make sure you carry on watching. Before we do get into it, if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. Helps push the video a ton, helps me out massively. Drop a comment if you've got any questions. I'll try and reply to you. I'll reply to everyone I can. So yeah, ask away. And also drop a sub if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 5k subs, and I just wanted to say a quick thank you, as today we did hit YouTube partner, and that wouldn't be possible without all your guys' support on watching the videos and things like that, so much appreciated. So yeah, guys, we're going to get into it. Oh, before we do, actually, if you haven't already, my coaching Patreon is down below. You can join for as little as £5. You get stuff like team reviews, coaching sessions, exclusive videos, exclusive coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions on the different tiers and things like that. So if you are interested, go look at that down in the description. You pay for it through Patreon. So yeah, guys, let's get into it. Like I said, very excited to show you guys this one. It's the 4-1-2-1-2. I feel like this is a bit of a FIFA classic that has kind of slowly faded away with all the kind of new metas coming around, and people sleeping, man. People are sleeping. This hits. So defensive style is press after possession loss. Now, obviously, this again is a bit more of an attacking formation. We're not really trying to defend too much. We're more trying to put more goals past our opponent than they can put past us. And the best way to defend with this formation is the press. Where you get so many bodies in the centre of the pitches, you're going to have fullbacks getting involved as well. Press after possession loss just makes so much sense. You can cover so much of the pitch, and it can become so hard to get out of the press. Now, width is on 45. Again, now that is mainly just to tuck in those fullbacks when we are defending, just to make sure that they don't leak any gaps in between the centre backs for through ball runs, players making runs in behind, over the top through balls, things like that. We want to make ourselves as difficult to pass through as possible. The depth is on 71. Now, that is mainly just for the fact of, we all know what 71 depth is this year, unless you haven't watched any of these videos before, but 71 depth is very overpowered. You ask me why? Obviously, they've changed how depth works this year. So what it does is it helps press the ball. But what it does, it doesn't do it in the normal way where players kind of just run at you like zombies. They kind of, it's almost like a bit more of a structured way of pressing the ball. It's a really effective way of playing, and everyone's using it, and there is a reason why. So make sure you're one of them. Now, the build-up play is on fast build-up. Now, that is mainly due to the fact of we are trying to just get up the pitch as quick as possible when we win that ball back. It's going to be all about overloading our opponents in transition, trying to get the ball wide, bring it back in, and really kind of just penetrate our opponent's back line with through balls, over the top through balls, back post crosses, cutbacks. Really just try and utilise all the skills in our bag, really. And if that doesn't work, then you can use the cams, the strikers for dribbling, skill moves, things like that. Really just diversify how you're attacking your opponent and try and break everyone down. Now, chance creation is on direct passing. Now, that is because we are trying to abuse those through balls as much as we can. If you have played FC24, you will know how overpowered they are. It really just helps break down your opponent, get through their back line. If you're asking me what does direct passing do, what it does is basically with players with higher attack and positioning and sprint speed, they make better runs in behind. So it just means that it's a lot easier to break down your opponents without having to manually trigger runs. Obviously, you should still do that as well, but it gives you the option of both. Now, the width is on 45. Now, this might not be as narrow as people are expecting, but we also have so many bodies in the box already and in those central areas that we just don't need a width that narrow. We do want to try and utilise some width to kind of spread the ball around and not get too overloaded in the middle to a point where you can't actually do anything. But yeah, so just for 45 width, nothing too crazy there. Now, players in the box is on 7. Now, that is because we do want those strikers, the cams, even some of the midfielders getting involved in scoring some goals and getting into the box. So we are just going to crank that up to 7. Usually I would stick around 5 to 6 mark. But when I'm using some of these more attacking formations, I believe basically it's better to try and utilise what's the best out of that tactic when we are using it, compared to maybe trying to balance it the other way and not getting the most out of what that formation offers. Now, the corners and free kicks are both on 2. Now, that's mainly just due to the fact that I try to avoid counter-attacking. We are going to go to a quick little ad, but we'll be back in 1 second. Do you want to have an amazing team like this? Well, head over to iggm.com to get the cheapest and most reliable coins on FC24 and use code CLUTCH at checkout for 5% off. So guys, we are going to now go into the instructions. This is how the team is laid out, and these are going to be the instructions. So we do have both strikers on stay central, get in behind. Now that is because we do want these two guys to stay in the central areas and make runs in behind. It really is just as simple as that. We really want them to try and make runs and penetrate the back line, really try to attack our opponents. And also, if we do have those runners, it opens up space for our centre mids, our cam, even our fullbacks if they decide to get forward. It just creates so much space if we can try and pin that back line back. Opens up the middle of the pitch so much for what we want to do. So we do have both of them on stay back while attacking. No, stay central, getting behind, ignore me. So in cam we do have Jarzinho, and we have him on stay forward and get into the box for cross. Now we do have him on stay forward because there is a glitch in the game where basically Jarzinho, or whoever your cam may be, will switch with your right centre mid. It can become quite annoying, but if you just have him on stay forward, it keeps him in that position, and it actually works perfectly. It ends up playing basically as a third attacker, and it almost works like a 4-3-2-1 where you have 3 attackers and almost 3 midfielders. Works very well. It's really, really effective. And also we do have him on getting to the box for cross as well, because like I said, we do want him to make those runs into the box. We want him to get involved with the attack. We want him to be available to get on the end of cutbacks, back post crosses, all that stuff. We want him to be involved in that. Now we do have both of our wide centre mids just on getting to the box for cross and cover centre. I'll explain a bit more why they're on cover centre when we get down to the fullbacks, but they are on cover centre basically to just help defend that central area. But they are also on getting to the box for cross because we do want them again to be available for cutbacks, back post crosses, just long shots on the edge of the box. We just want them to be involved in the attack. Like I said, we are really trying to utilise how good this formation can be. We're not trying to balance it out. We want to get the most out of it. So for me, having them on getting to the box for cross and cover centre just absolutely does that. Now we do have our CDM on stay back while attacking cover centre. Now this will be your more defensive midfielder that will basically just sit in front of that back line and help protect. He'll almost drop in between the centre backs and end up playing like a 3-back, especially with how we have the fullbacks playing, and you'll see that in 1 second. So it ends up working almost like a 3-5-2, and it is really good. It works very, very well. Now we do have both centre backs and the keeper all on default instructions. So again, we're not doing anything too crazy with them. We are just leaving them as they are. And we do have both fullbacks on overlap. Now that is because as those centre mids and all these players are in those central areas, we are going to need wide options. And also, if we do have wide options alongside all these bodies in the middle, it's so hard to defend. Because if you are, say, trying to go through the middle and you're just getting a bit blocked, all you have to do is switch out into those wide areas. It opens up the middle of the pitch, and you can almost just play it back in, and it opens up the whole pitch for you. So it works super well having these on overlap for this formation. So yeah, guys, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, like I said, please drop it a like, drop a comment, let me know what you want to see from me in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.